Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. For those of you guys who are my subscribers, for my new people, welcome to the channel. Glad to see you're here. It is time. It's this time during the month. We're going to go over the real estate numbers. We're going back to November. We're going to check out and see what was going on in the real estate market in the capital region for the real estate numbers. We're going to start, as always, going over the capital region as a whole. Then we'll break it down into some different areas here, Saratoga, Albany, things like that, and kind of touch on them in general. We'll get down a little bit closer. If there's an area that you're interested in, if I didn't cover it, or if you will just want me to dive in a little bit deeper, have some questions, feel free to reach out, get a hold of me. I'm more than happy to get that information for you, even do your own personal video. My contact information is in the description. You can always find it there. Reach out, message me, send me a text, whatever you're going to do. Be more than happy to help you out with that. But that being said, let's get right into it here. So we're going to be talking about November 2023 real estate market numbers. We're talking single-family properties right here for this one. And let's zip that right down. Here we go. We're starting off with the capital region. So we got our numbers right up here. So we got our big three that we're going to go through here. This blue line right here is our number of active listings. And for the capital region in general, it did drop a little bit, but it didn't drop that much, actually. Only about, not even 30 listings, it doesn't look like. No, 30. So it came down about 30, which is not a ton for moving into November, or from October into November. We do see a dip here. Some of our others, new listings did go down to about 900, which dropped below 1,000. It was above that before. And our pendings dropped as well. They were at 913 and they went down to 783. So we did see a drop on that one, but the number of actual listings, pretty much the same as it was. We didn't see a big change in that one before. So let's come on over here. We're going to take this one out right here. We're going to look at the average sales price for the sold properties. That's what we're looking at right here. If we saw back in the month of October, it was at about 342. We could see this spike, and the number is going up on this again. It's up to 364. So again, we're covering the capital region as a whole right now. So we're seeing that number go up a little bit. Absorption rate, very important number. This number is basically if no more listings were to come out on the market today, right now, how long will we go until we got no more houses to sell? All the inventory of houses is gone. And as you see, it is exactly the same. 2.39 months, so about 2.5 months there going in there. List to sold ratio, it is dropping down. It's under 100%. We're at 99.3. It's been over 100% for quite a while, as you can see, all the way going back to last time it was April when it was below that 100% mark right there. So it's dipping a little bit, not too much of a surprise given the time of the year. Days on the market has gone up to just about a month. And we come down here. So this is one of my favorite parts to check out here, right on the bottom here, is to see kind of where the hot spots are. Where is the hot spot that's going on here for this region? And in the capital region right now, 187. That 300 to 400 range is where the number one area where most of the sales are occurring, is in that area right there. Second, followed by the 500 plus. So it actually jumps up a little bit. And then we still got the 250. And the 200 to 300 range is coming in there in the next area right there. So biggest area movers are 300 to 400,000 for this. All right. So now let's go back in here. We're going to check out a couple other things here. Let's start with our next area. We come in here, customize favorite locations. We're going to come in and we're going to jump in. Let's jump in with Saratoga Springs next. And we're going to check out Saratoga Springs in their numbers that we got going on. So number of solds, active listings, all kinds of good stuff. Let's start here. Active listings dropped down. There was a 125 the month before, about 116, so about 10 in that area. We're seeing new listings took a big hit right here from 66, dropped down to 29, so quite a big drop. And the actual number of new listings that were out there, active listings did go down, new listings went down, so the pending listings went from 44 down to 26. They went down as well in that area. So coming over here, and we're checking out active listings. So again, this is our sold, our average sold price, and we're seeing this little flag, this little spike going up here again. Saratoga was just over 700,000 this month. It's 782, so it's pushing up close to that 800,000 mark that we were at earlier on in the summer. So those list prices are going back up. Absorption rate staying roughly the same, about a little over 3 months, 3 months and a third. Well, no, 3 months and 3.16, where it was at 3.25 last month. The list to sold ratio is, again, staying along with the average in the area at 99.3. Days on the market is going up to about 3 weeks, a little over 3 weeks. And the biggest hotspot, can anybody guess where the biggest hotspot is going to be in Saratoga? I bet you can, especially if you've been watching these videos. You know exactly where this is going to be. It's going to be over 500,000. But let's see if I'm right. Not a tough guess right there. But yes, 30 sales sold over the 500,000 mark. That 4 to 499 range, we got 8. We came in second, and the 3 to 399 range, we had 7 for the month of November. All right, next one we're going to get into. Let's put it up here. Let's take a look at Queensbury, okay? Queensbury is going to be the next spot. We got things all kind of cluttered up right up here in the mini. So let's take out the pending and the new listings. Let's just take the number of active listings that we're seeing and take them for what we got right now. So we're seeing this go up right here. It was 20 for the month of October. It's gone up to 26. So active listings have increased. New listings did decrease from 23 down to 12. Pending decreased as well. So this is along the same lines of what we've been seeing here. So it was at 19 in October. It's down to 13 for this month, for the month of November. Average sales price dropped slightly. It was at just under 400,000. Now it's at 377,000. So a slight decrease in that. Absorption rate went up. We were just about a touch over a month last month in October. November, we're looking at 1.37, so about a month and a third, a little bit over that. The list of sold ratio was at 99.2%, up over 100%, so they get a little bit more than what they're listing for in that area. And days on the market also went up to about 25 days there as well. And the hot spot for our favorite spot here in Queensbury, what do we got? We got a tie. We got a tie this month. That 2 to 250 range and that 500 plus. Both had 5. Uh-oh, no, I'm wrong. We missed this one right here. That 3 to 400,000 range. There you go. That the average for the capital region, we had 8 right there, followed by our next spots right there. So we're coming in. We got Queensbury. We got Saratoga. Let's touch on some Albany here. See what we got in the Albany area. Number of active listings, 96, up over 100 now, 112 active listings in Albany. Pending has dropped from 72 to 68, so not a ton. It did drop a little bit. New listings went up 76 up to 86, so it went up 10. So that trend is going up in the new listings, at least for this month over here. So let's come over here. Average sales price was $270. Now it's $302, so the average sales price is going up in that area. Coming down here, absorption rate is under 2 months still, about 1.7 months, and it's trending upward. Has been trending upward for quite a while. Since last April, I think, is when it hit its bottom, and we're seeing going up. So we're seeing the inventory going up as well. List to sold ratio right here, it was over 100. It's been over 100 for quite a while, and it's going up. So it's 103.5% for the list to sold ratio. Days on the market did drop to about 2 weeks, so they're moving pretty good in Albany. And where's our hot spot in Albany as we come down here? We got 1916. It looks like 19 is the big one. In the 250 to 300 range, we had 19 sales, followed by the 300 to 400 range, where we had 16 sold in that price point right in there. All right, let's step up north here again, and let's revisit here. Let's take a look at Lake George. Get rid of a couple of these things. We'll get the new listings on there with the active listings. So we had active listings of 33, bumping over to 33, still 33 active listings, with new listings being 12, but it did drop to 7 this month. So it took a little bit of a nosedive on that one. Right over here, the average sales price was at $679, pretty high in the Lake George area, second to only Saratoga so far. And we see a lot of vacation retreats up here in this area. A lot of camps that people come up to and stay at. So it was at 679, dropped down to 628 for that one. So a little bit far off from our spike over here that we had in June, where it was 2.6 million. Come down a little bit more of a more reasonable price here, but still did dip a little bit in that area. Absorption rate is up just under 5 months. List to sold ratio took a big dip at 92.7%. It was over 100%. Yeah, it was 104 last month. So it took a pretty good dip as far as the list to sold ratio. Days on the market spiked up 276.2 days. Look at that. We have not seen it that high. That is way high compared to what we've seen over here on the average. And on the average, it's up here pretty good. So I'm wondering, it sounds like maybe we had a property or two that sold here that's probably been sitting on the market for a while that's driving that spike right here. But something to keep in mind, if there's an area you're interested in, let's kind of take a look and see if this trend continues, if it levels off, if it comes back down next month. So now, what's our number one area where the sales are all happening? 500 plus. They had 3, so not a ton of sales. Looks like we got 4 or 5 sales total, and one in that 400 to 499 range for Lake George. South Glens Falls, a little area. I love South Glens Falls. I always like to talk, well, yeah, let's take this off. We'll just go straight up with the active listings and talk about this one first. Active listings are up. It was at 10, went up to 11, so went up a whopping 1 whole property. New listings did take a dive, though. It was at 8 for the month of October. It went down to 7, so it took a dive of 1 whole whopping property on that one as well. Pending. Let's get rid of some of this mess so we can see what the pending is. Pending dropped as well from 8 down to 5, and we got, again, our average sales price took a little bit of a hit down to 244, was at 259. Absorption rate, we're about a month and a half for the absorption rate. List to sold ratio over 100% in this area as well. We're at 102.9, so 102% on that one. Days on the market going up, but still not long, just over a week. So they're going pretty fast in this area as well. And let's come all the way down here. Let's see where most of these movers and shakers taking place right here. Looks like in the 200 to 250 range. Second place is at 180 to 200. So pretty affordable if you're looking for some more affordable housing, something like that, a starter home. This might be a great area for you to get in, build equity, and then cash in on that equity later on and move into something else, a second home as your family grows. All right, so that is South Glens Falls, which is going to take us right into Glens Falls, and then we're going to wrap this up. Hold on, we're going to wrap this up with Clifton Park. For those of you who are interested in Clifton Park, don't take off on me yet. We're getting to you. We're going to talk about that here shortly. So active listings is up to 21, so staying about that average of 20. New listings are up to 15, so we'll jump 3 this month. In pendings, you can see right here, it was about the same. It was 12 last month, dropping down to 10. Average sales price went up from 220 to 251. So we're seeing a lot of these average sales prices going up in a lot of these areas. So home sellers thinking it may not be a good time to sell in the winter months, stuff like that. You may want to rethink that because some of these prices are going up. They're getting more bang for their buck. They're getting more home here. The sellers are at least. So days on the market, about 15, just over 2 weeks. Absorption rate is just under 2 months. List to sold ratio, here we go. Jump 10% to 106, from 96 to 106. A pretty good jump right there. And drum roll, please. What are we going to see here for our active hotspots? That 250 to 299, followed by the 200 to 250 range in that area right there. Then we got a couple ones splashed around in here. But again, that's our hotspot as far as what the homes are selling for. And now we're going to come in. For those of you who I promised Clifton Park, we're going to talk about Clifton Park here. Let's wrap up our day here with going over what's going on. Clifton Park, middle of the capital region, great location, great houses, some fun restaurants there too as well. But here's what we got. So active listings 53, which it did drop slightly from 57. So a little bit, not a huge difference. New listings came down from 434 from 42. Pendings Let's get this out of here. We'll see that pending a little bit better. It was at 36, dropped down to 31. So a little bit on the down slope with those last couple things, the new listings, the pending. But again, active listings, that came down a little bit as well. So what's over here? Average sales price came down. It was $492 in the month of October, dropped down to $445. So in the mid 400 range for there, but still fetching a pretty good buck in there as far as the average sales price. Absorption rate came down to 1.7. List to sold ratio still over 100%, though. It's a 103.3, down just a touch from the previous month. Days on the market, still just under 2 weeks, doing it right there. The hot spot right over here is we're seeing, well, we do have a tie in this one, 9 for both that 400 to 5, so basically 400 plus is where things are going right there. 9 sold in that 4 to 499 range, and then 500 plus, which is a much bigger range, really, than that $100,000 span. But sold 9 in there as well. So some active stuff going out there in Clifton Park. So that's just the recap of basically general overview of the capital region for those of us. Remember, if there's an area you're looking for, you want some more information, reach out and get a hold of me. Call, text, email, whatever it is you got to do. Reach out, get a hold of me. I'd be more than happy to answer those questions for you. Do your own personal video, kind of get you dialed in with what's going on here in the capital region. So again, thanks for watching the video. You find some value in it. Make sure to subscribe so you're not missing out on any of the new videos we got coming out here, where we got all kinds of good stuff. We're doing videos on the capital region. Don't want you to miss out on anything new that's coming out. And remember, next month, investors, we've got the investment report coming out, or I'm sorry, next week we got the investment report coming out. So we'll have that coming out to you. Keep an eye out for that. Other than that, my name is Chris McMahon, local real estate agent right here in the capital region. Reach out, get a hold of me for all your real estate needs and questions. So hope everything's going well, guys, and we'll see you all on the next video.